Let's do a room tour. Alright guys, this is a long awaited video for most of you guys. We're going to be doing a full room tour or a studio tour of where I make my YouTube videos, where I do all my building, where I do most of my shipping and fulfillment for my website BrickTactical, where I store all my inventory, and basically where I operate as a business and as a YouTuber. So without further ado, basically, let's start here. This is the door. So if you don't know, this is where the entrance is. We've got a bunch of posters all over the place, so you'll probably notice those. A lot of Lego Star Wars. Got some military stuff, some Halo. This is actually pretty cool. I guess since it's a room tour, I kind of got to go into detail on all these little things. This is just a world map. It's actually a really old world map because it's called the Russian Federation. It's not just called Russia. And then basically all these pins, and this isn't up to date, this is probably 2 or 3 years old, but basically all these pins, anywhere there's a white pin, I believe was a plate locker sale, and all the other pins are just generic sales. So you can see where I've shipped orders to all over the US, Alaska, Canada, Mexico, a lot in Europe, UK, China, Japan, South Korea, Australia, where we got Indonesia, Malaysia, where is that? I can't even see that. Samaria. So all over the place. We even got one. Where is this one? Oh, I think that was in Egypt or something. No, Israel. Yeah, so we've gotten some all over the place. So I think that's a really cool thing to have. I need to update that, maybe get a new map and redo that. Once again, some old Star Wars posters that I've actually had for probably close to 10 years. That's the kind of the buildable classic Death Star. We've got a whiteboard here. I don't use this as much as I want to, and I finally actually just left a pen there, so if I want to start kind of scribbling things, I can. And then, of course, we've got the R2-D2 poster, a bunch of other posters here. These are some of my older Lego Star Wars sets. That was actually my first Lego Star Wars set, and I think that was my second set. So those are kind of, you know, they've got a lot of value to them in, you know, as a child and whatnot. And then we've got the Tantive. We've got actually a little, I can't remember what that starfighter is called. Let me lift the camera up there. You can see General Grievous. That's a really cool UCS set. This is cool. This is a little poster that I got basically made up by my mom, and she put, so this is the Ultimate Craftsman tools. This was the first injection molded product I did. So I did that back in 2013, and you can see some of the pictures of when I got them injection molded, all the bins, some of the molds. There's me holding a giant bin full of them, me when I was making them by hand back in the day, so I thought that was really cool. I got this cool BrickTactical sign from a guy on Instagram. I thought that was pretty cool. I've got a couple more of those. I might either give them away or sell them on my website. We've got this DC Comics poster there kind of in the corner. I don't really like DC, like, I mean, I like superhero stuff, not that much. I'm more of a Marvel guy, but I kind of forget this poster's there, to be honest with you. And then in this corner, we have one of these like Lego organizers. It just has a bunch of kind of random Lego parts. Most of them are organized by color. You can kind of see back there. We've got, this is kind of where I keep 2 of my studio lights and my tripod, just because it's kind of out of the way. There's actually a lot of space back here. Like, I can come all the way behind my desk back here. I don't really take advantage of that space. I need to figure out maybe if I could put a little table back there or something, but I don't know. So yeah, keep kind of my lights, tripods. Normally I'll keep my microphone over there too, but I'm trying something out where I'm having the microphone stay over here. I don't know if I like it yet or not, but that'll kind of transition into showing my desk. So I've got an L-shaped desk. This is actually a glass desk. I've had this for a while, and no complaints about it. I really like the L shape, and I've got one of these kind of plastic mats on here to protect the glass, because this is where I'm doing a lot of writing and working, and even, you know, gluing or assembling stuff where it could get messy or dirty. So it's nice to have something that is more protective of the glass. And then I might do a separate video, if you guys want me to, on kind of my favorite gadgets, how my computer is, like the specs of it. But basically I've got 2 monitors here. That was a built PC by myself and my friend. He helped me build it. Got mechanical keyboard, Razer mouse, Logitech speakers, Rubik's Cubes just chilling there. I use an iPhone 8 if you guys were curious. And then I've got some notebooks here. One of them's for, these smaller ones are for specific projects, and then the larger ones just kind of for general brainstorming and whatnot. I've got my printer underneath the desk. I actually used to have my label printer, that's for shipping labels. up here, but I moved everything down off my desk so my desk could be much more clean. So I moved that down there on top of that bin just to get it out of the way. And I really like how I am able to sit down in this desk. It's kind of hard to show on camera, but there's nothing obstructing my view from the window, and it just looks clean, and I like that. So I'm going to keep it that way. Like I said, I'm still kind of beta testing that system, but so far I like it a lot. And then over here, I've got 2 bins. That's garbage, that's recycle, so cardboard and bottles go in there, and then just normal garbage stuff. So I empty those out. I need to empty those out. I was going to do that before the video, but I really wanted to make this video for you guys. Like I said, microphone, I use this for a podcast I do. I don't know if the podcast is linked in the description. I think it is. Definitely check, but yeah, so I need to start using this more. It's a really nice microphone. I can do another video on that if you guys are curious about that. And we've got this cool little sound deadening thing. That's where a lot of that stuff was right there. But like I said, I wanted to clear that off, so I'm trying to figure out where to put some of this stuff. It's kind of hard because it's like I need pens and Sharpies over here when I'm writing. So I'm like, how can I keep it over here but not put it on the desk? So I'm thinking of some different systems to potentially do that. I might 3D print some little clips that go on the side here, so it's not on the desk but it's close by. For example, I have a ruler right here, and I super glued some magnets, so I'm always needing a ruler to just quickly measure something, so it just sits there and I don't even think about it. So really like that. Then over here, this is technically another little desk because you have the little spot for your feet to go. If I wanted to put this chair, I could put my feet under there. We've got drawers, you know, in here it's just a lot of business stuff. In here, a lot of camera gear. I need to actually play with this camera more, so I'm going to take that out. But camera gear in both of these drawers. I need to play with more of that. In here, this is like where I fulfill orders with. So we got bags, we got freebies, business cards, stickers, all that good stuff. Here's all the envelopes that I send stuff out in. And then here's just a bunch of notebooks, more or less. And then over here, this is where I do all my photography and some of my videos. I've got this nice white backdrop. I've actually got a blue background, but I never use that anymore. I really should. Got these lights. These are really nice. I love them so much. I actually broke a couple of the light bulbs actually on a live stream, so there's actually a video of that. I'll put a link to that in the description. That's kind of a funny video, but yeah, so got that. You guys have seen the shelves if you watch weekly updates. Basically, I've got Lego sets on the top rows, and then this row. These are all custom sets, like tanks and stuff. More Lego sets. These are all just minifigures. Some of these, a lot of these ones right here are my own custom minifigure ones. So we have like the Battlefield 4 Russians and Americans that I've made. If it'll focus right there. And then a lot of these are just Lego Star Wars figures. And then over here, we've got just kind of a miscellaneous bunch of some of my favorite stuff. And then over here, this is all part of some of the stuff that I do for BrickTactical, which is custom CNC machining parts. So taking something like a piece of aluminum like this, right? Just a block of metal, and turning it into a part like this that a company needs. So there's all sorts of shapes and sizes of different parts that I do for companies. So that's what that shelf is for, and that shelf's filled up a lot. So whenever I say I'm busy with non-Lego stuff, it's probably because of that. And then down here, there's not too much in here. Basically, there's base plates in the bottom. That's a lot of like supplies like fingernail files, clippers, paints, super glue stuff for customizing. A lot of Star Wars like magazine catalogs, like Lego Star Wars stuff. And then we've got some more pens that used to be on my desk over there. Like I said, I moved them because I didn't need them. Just a bunch of stuff in there. Every now and then I go through this. I seem to have a lot of junk back in here, so I need to be better about cleaning that out, but I'm rarely using these cabinets. And then over here, you guys know I have the 8-foot table where I build my mock series. Right now we're doing the Battle of Vietnam, so that's really cool. If you guys haven't checked that out, I'll put a link to the latest episode in the card section. And I guess I forgot, so underneath this tablecloth, there's all these Lego bins. So this is where I store a lot of my parts. And then I also have this table. So if you guys are wondering, that's my printer under there where I do all my custom printing. That's a computer that runs that. And then underneath here, I've showed this in previous videos, but it's just all Lego stuff. You can see all the bins under here. So it's just a bunch of storage. And I recently got these tablecloths put on these tables, and I really like how if you just take a look, like take a step back and look at the tables, it just hides all of that kind of mess and clutter, and I really like that. It keeps the room, it actually makes the room feel nicer and cleaner, so I really like that I did that. So there's plenty of storage under both these tables, so I don't think you guys want me to go into each individual bin. That might be a whole different video of like my Lego collection, but this is just going to be like my studio tour. So once again, just picture a bunch of Lego under both of these tables. And then this is new. This is a center table that I got. And I used to have two of these tables. So picture this table rotated like this, and then two of them, so side by side. And there wasn't much room here and to get around here to the door. And I didn't really need all that table space. So put that one up against the wall. Everything that was under the two tables actually was able to fit under there. And then I got this table, and there's actually two bar stools here. So if you want, like when I have friends over, they can sit here. Whereas before, they would basically sit there or on the ground, which was kind of awkward. So now they can sit there. And then recently, I got this big TV. And then I actually recently just rehung up that BrickTactical banner. And I still got to put some posters on each side of it. But this TV is really cool because you guys have probably seen in videos, I can show stuff right here, and I don't have to like walk over to my computer, which is really nice. And then obviously this cable running up to the TV is still a work in progress, so I've got to figure out how to make that drop down straight down so you won't see all that. And then I got to hide that, but that's all work in progress. It's not really on my priority list right now, but I really like the TV. I got to hook up I want to hook up like an Xbox, one of my Xboxes to it, so people could sit here and play stuff. So I think that would be really cool. But yeah, so let's go into this room. So this is the closet. As you can see here, it's got a full door. Normally it's just open, just so I can get in and get out quickly here. Basically, it's just all my inventory. So I've got bins of figures all the way up here on all these shelves. A lot of like long-term storage stuff up there. A lot of pick-a-brick cups. A lot of just old kind of like boxes of Lego and whatnot. There's actually a shelf right above my head, and that's got a lot of stuff up on it too, like paper cutter, old products, you know, shipping bags and stuff like that. If you guys are wondering where I get these bins, if you go to Target, they have these. These are just plastic shoe bins. You get this in a lid. I think it's for like $1, and it's a really good deal. I use them everywhere, as you can see, and I've got a bunch of them. And then all down here, just more inventory. You know, down here, just a bunch of these camo packs that I made. A lot of shipping bags. This is kind of a mess. I need to figure that out. That's actually a light box that I need to maybe try out some more. This is all my loose items for my website. So all the smaller stuff is stored in these bins right here. Like here's all the guns, for example. So we got like M1 Grands, we got Rexes, Glocks, shotguns, all sorts of stuff. So all that stuff is on my website, and this is kind of where I grab stuff to pack orders. I've got this thing in the middle. I honestly don't use much of it. You can see I'm using the bottom rows on these big containers. I'm thinking about getting rid of this actually, and then getting more of these bins that go on the wall and just do that. And this would make this room a lot more open. So I'm really considering that. So I don't know. It'll be something to think about here in the future. Once again, a lot of inventory. It's kind of a mess in here because of Black Friday. There's like a bunch of kits, there's a bunch of figures, and I don't really know where to put some of it. So that's why I might get rid of this, get more of those bins, and really, you know, try to reorganize this a little bit better. So I don't know. Then I just got in a bunch of shipping boxes, so that's why you see so many empty boxes. But yeah, this is kind of the inventory room. I could do a whole video on this if you guys really wanted me to, showing you a little bit more in depth, but let me know in the comments down below. And then let's see. Yeah, it's kind of a mess in certain spots, like I said, the cable's there, so don't judge and don't look at that. But yeah, that's kind of my room. I mean, I'm going to back up here so I can show you everything again. So there's not much to it. It's pretty straightforward. It's a pretty big room. I like having the natural light of the 3 windows. That's the front of my house, so I normally get the sun in the daytime, which is really nice. And yeah, if you guys want me to do any more in-depth videos, like I said, I could do my Lego collection, which would be me showing you more of the Lego stuff. I could do a my Lego set collection where I actually bring down all the sets, put them on these tables, and show them. So there's a bunch of video opportunities that I talked about. Let me know if any of them sound interesting to you in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys liked this video. Another video opportunity I really want to do is maybe do something more on like the computer side of things, the editing software, and stuff like that. I did a video on like what cameras and stuff I use. I'll link that down below as well. But let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video. And I might do this every year because it'd be kind of cool to see every year things change. And I think I actually did some of these a while ago in my old house. So I might have to look for those, and I'll try to link those in the description as well. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in another video. Peace out.